What's up, you guys? Welcome to your workout today. We're going to be doing our typical workout where we start with some core. We're going to move into our first HIIT, do some standing work, and then second HIIT we'll do some mat work, and then we will finish with the third HIIT, stretch and be done. So a little lengthier today. I'm super excited for the workout. So we're going to be using minimal props today. I've got wrist weights. We're going to turn them into ankle weights at some point. And then the other thing is the band that we're going to be using for our HIIT today. So we're going to start with some core. Let's start down on your mats. You just need your wrist weights on if you have them. If not, you can totally do this without. Also, again, you can always take these workouts with shoes on or without shoes on. Totally up to you. Sometimes more beneficial not to have shoes on to feel your feet on the floor, but today I'm going to be doing it with shoes just because I'm outside on a harder surface and I'm feeling like wearing shoes today. So let's go, starting on our backs, laying down on the mat. It's super bright today. We're going to start, with our feet down. So you're just going to bring your feet into parallel, and these are in parallel. Make sure everything's in line to start. Arms just going to go down by your sides. You're going to pick up your right leg off the ground, and we're going to start to lengthen through your right leg and then pull it into tabletop. Okay, so left leg is just staying still where it is. You're just lengthening through that right leg and then pulling it back, knee over the hip. Really try to find length through that toe, length through the top of your head, length through your fingertips. Good. Last two. Last one, you're going to lengthen. You're going to point your toe and drop the foot down towards the floor and then flex the foot, bring that leg back up. So you're going just at this little small movement, point the toe down towards the floor and then flex the foot. The leg comes back in line with the opposite knee. Making sure we're pressing that belly button to spine when you exhale here. Let the jaw go with your breath. Good. Last two. Last one. You're going to bend that knee back into tabletop. We're going to go into little circles. So you're going to circle the knee. You're keeping the leg bent. Circling that right knee out and down and then back up. Keeping the left leg where it is. So really try not to move that left leg. Keep everything on that left side stable. You can kind of feel, if you want to feel your core here, activating. Last two. Last one. And then opposite direction. So you're going to go down and then out and back around up to the top. Again, really trying to keep that left leg stable here. Last three. Two. And one. Good. Dropping that right leg down. You can just stretch out through the arms for a second. Rock your legs side to side. Good. And then bringing everything back to center. Arms go back down by your side. You're going to pick up the left leg now. We're going to start to straighten through that left leg and then pull it back in. Keeping the right side stable now. Trying to go belly button to spine on that exhale. Really relaxing through that jaw on the exhale. Last three. Two. Last one. Holding it out straight, you're going to point the toe down towards the floor, flex the foot, bring the leg back up to that diagonal. So small movement here. Good. Think expansion of the ribs on the inhale. Exhale, pull the ribs together, belly button to spine. Last 3, 2, last 1. Pulling that leg back into tabletop. We're going to go into some circles, opening the knee up and then bringing it down and back up to the top. Really trying to stay stable through this right leg. Don't let the right knee start to fall out. Last 3, 2, and 1. Switching directions. Good. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Good. Setting that left leg down, stretching out through those arms again. We're just going to rock side to side with those legs, stretching out the core. Good. Okay, bringing the arms back down by the sides. You're going to bring one leg up into tabletop, opposite leg up into tabletop. We're going to start to march the legs in the air. So you're just moving through. One leg dips down towards the floor, opposite leg dips down towards the floor. Doesn't have to be a big movement here. Making sure you're activating that core. Slow and controlled here. Good. Last 3, 2, and last 1. You're going to start to straighten through the legs now. So you're straightening, one knee bends in, and then opposite leg straightens, opposite leg bends in. Really try to stop that knee on top of the hip so you keep that length through your core. Good. Last 3, 2, last 1. You're going to pick your head, neck, and chest up off the floor, pressing that head into those hands. You're going to start to go into rotations, small rotations here, opposite knee towards opposite elbow, so little bicycles, but we're just going slow and controlled. Good. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Good. Dropping the head, neck, and chest down. Bringing those arms back to the sides. You're going to start to open up the right knee to the side, bring it back through center, and then dip the right leg down and bring it back up. So the left leg's staying stable now, so kind of similar to the movements that we were doing when your feet were on the floor. Really try to focus on keeping that left leg stable and not letting it come out as the right leg moves. Good. Last 2. Last 1. Opposite leg now. Opening up and then dipping it towards the floor. Great time to just get focused here on activating through that core so that we use that core throughout all the rest of the movements in the workout today. Last 2. Last 1. We're going to move through both legs. Open up and then close them back together. Open them up, close them back, knitting that core back together as you close the legs. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Hug the knees into the chest for a second. You can rock out through those hips. Roll out through the hips, circling the hips. Awesome job, you guys. Okay. We're going to stretch out through the hip flexors a little bit. So you're going to place your feet back down onto the mat. Arms are going to be down by your side, pressing your palms into the mat, length through your fingertips. We're going to start to tuck and roll all the way up through your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, holding up at the top. Inhale, and then exhale, slowly start to tuck and roll back down. Make sure your feet are in line with each other. Continue working on relaxing that jaw on the exhale. Good. Last 2. Last one. You're going to hold up at the top and then pulse out 5 times through the outer thigh. So you're going 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs are back through center. Slowly start to roll down. Inhale and then exhale. Tuck and roll back up. Again, pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back through center. And roll back down. Pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull back through center, and then slowly tuck and start to roll down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, tuck and slowly start to roll up. Pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly start to roll down through your vertebrae. Last one here. Pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull back to center. Slowly start to roll back down. Good. We're going to tuck and start to roll back up. Hold at the top. Pick up your right leg off of the floor so your left leg's pushing even more into the ground. We're going to start to dip that right toe down and then pull that leg back into tabletop. So you're keeping the right leg off the mat. Good. Last 3, 2. Last one. You're going to hold that tabletop. Tiny pulses through that left heel. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly set that right leg back down. Slowly tuck and start to roll back down through your spine. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhale. Slowly come back up. You're going to pick up that left leg now. Tiny dip towards the floor with that left foot and then back up into tabletop with the left knee. Pressing through that right heel. Trying to keep your hips in line with each other as much as you can here. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding in that tabletop. Tiny pulses through that right heel. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly set that left leg back down. Slowly start to tuck and roll back down through your spine. Good. Last thing here, we're going to come up to the top and just go pulses through center. So down an inch, back up an inch for 10, 9, 8, slow and controlled for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding up at the top. Bring your arms overhead. Stretch through your fingertips. Leave them overhead as you slowly start to roll down through your spine. Getting that extra length here. Set your tailbone down and then circle around. Grab onto your legs. You're gonna rock side to side. Awesome job, you guys. Stretching out through your hip flexors for a second. Just let your left leg go straight. Bring your right knee into your chest. back, both knees back into your chest, and then switching sides. Right leg goes straight, left knee is in your chest. Good, and then lengthen through both. Circle around. Awesome job, you guys. Hopefully your cores are feeling fired up here. So let's get going with our first hit of the day. All right, let's get into our first hit of the day. So I've got my band around my thighs. You can use whatever strength you want. I'm using a medium today. And then I'm just gonna keep my wrist weights on for this, even though we're not really doing too much with that. So we're gonna start, first one, so we always are doing 20 seconds on, 10 off for these hits today. And we're gonna do 2 exercises, so 4 times through each one. So we're gonna start with a narrow squat, jumping out to a wide squat, jumping back to a narrow squat. So it's just a tiny jump here. We're just going from narrow to wide, getting some resistance on that band. Our second exercise, we're gonna go down into a moving plank. So you're going here, pressing through those palms. You're gonna press back towards your heels, come out, and then do 2 mountain climbers, 1 each side, pressing back, and then coming out, 2 mountain climbers, okay? Those are our exercises. We're starting in 3, 2, and 1. Narrow to wide squat. Little jump here. Pulling that core in. Oh, I really can't see today. Last 3, 2, and 1. So sunny. It's hard to see the timer. Let's go. We're going back in 3, 2, and 1. Narrow to wide here. If you don't want to do the jump, totally take it out and just go for a narrow squat and a wide squat. Last 3, 2, and 1. Rest for 10. Nice job, you guys. Halfway. Let it burn here. Let's go. In 3, 2, and 1. Narrow, jumping out to that wide. Keeping that core in tight. Good. Last 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Last and final set of these. Whew. Get those heart rates up for 3, 2, and 1. Last one here. Make it your best. Awesome, you guys. Woo. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Awesome job, you guys. Coming down onto your mat. We're going straight into that plank. In 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Pressing back and then coming into those mountain climbers. Adding that little extra today with the band. Still focusing on keeping those cores pulled up, belly button to spine, and rest. Nice job, you guys. In 3, 2, and 1. Coming up into that plank. Press back to the heels. Good. 2 mountain climbers. Getting that blood flow going here. In 3, 2, and 1. Rest it down. Halfway. Good. We're going into 1. Come on up. Press back. Come out. Strong planks here. In 3, 2, and rest. Last and final set coming up. Whew. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Strong plank here. Press back. Come back out. And then 2 mountain climbers at the top of that plank. Get that little sweat going here. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and rest it down into a child's pose. Awesome job, you guys. Sit back onto your hips. Ooh, get that crack in your back. Awesome job. Rolling up through your spine. Oh, great job, you guys. Let's go into our standing series for the day. You can take off those bands. We're going to use it again for the next HIIT. So just put it off to the side for now. And let's get going with our standing. All right, you guys, let's go into our standing series for the day. So we're starting with just a little squat here. So your feet can be about hip distance apart, maybe a little bit more if you feel more comfortable with that positioning. We're going to go with our wrist weights still. We're just going to go into some regular squats through the center and then press those arms back at the top. So arms can be in a prayer position. Just trying to get some blood flow going again here. Pressing those arms back. Doesn't have to be super big range of motion here. As far as you feel comfortable, coming down, making sure those knees aren't coming over the top of the toes here. And I really have to pay attention because my right foot really likes to go out to the side on these. So trying to keep those feet in parallel as best you can. Good. Last 3, 2, last 1. We're going to hold down tiny pulses in that squat position. Good. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go back into those full squats, but at the top, you're going to bring the arms overhead, circle the arms around, and then back to center. Come down to the squat. So the arms raise up as you stand. Circle them around. So you're circling those shoulder blades around in your back. Adding that little extra with the wrist weights here. Should feel like a good massage for your back and your shoulders. Getting that range of motion. Try not to let your shoulders come up into your ears for these either. Just feeling that circle in those joints. Good. Last 3, 2, last 1. Good. You're going to start to march the legs. So you're going to bring those arms back behind you as one leg comes up. Sit back into the squat. Opposite knee comes up. Arms go back. So just alternating squat. One knee drives up. Squat. Opposite knee drives up. Arms are pressing back. Good. Just getting some blood flow here through the body, using that core to help you bring that knee up. Good. Last 5. Each side. 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Good. Bringing those legs apart. You can sit through the center, let your head hang down, just rocking side to side for a second. Relax. Good. Then we're going to bring the feet heels towards one another. Toes are going to be facing out now. You're coming up. So you're in this externally rotated position. We're going to go into some sumo squats here. So we're going to go here. Knees are going to be externally rotated. Same thing. If you want to press those arms back, totally welcome to, just to get that extra little blood flow going. So arms are at center as you drop down, pressing behind you as you stand. Keeping those shoulders down and relaxed. Good. Last 3, 2, last 1. You're holding down in that sumo squat, tiny pulses down. Good. Keep the breath going here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing up into that sumo. We're going to come down. One arm is going to go to your hips. Let's start with our left arm at our hip. We're going to stretch out through the right arm and the right leg, and then bend back, stretch out again. So we're staying to one side. The left leg staying low here. Just stretching and lengthening up and over to the side. So you're getting that stretch through your side body. Trying to keep that core lengthened on the left side as well. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back through center. We're going to stand. We're going to go into a straight arm. So as you're in the sumo squat, you're going to straighten your arms in front of you. Palms are still together. You're going to open the arms up, elbow slightly bent. Bring the arms back together. And then stand. Hands come to a prayer position at your chest. So as you're low, your arms are going straight in front of you. Opening those arms up. So you're squeezing those shoulder blades together towards one another. So we're going into like a reverse fly. Reverse fly, but you're not at a hinge position. Making sure those elbows are slightly bent as you open your chest up. Keeping that core in strong here. Good. Incorporating these arms in subtly, so you're still getting that arm work as we're doing legs. Last 3, 2, last 1. Good. Now we're going to go over to the left side. So right arm's going to go to your hip. We're going to stretch out through that left side body. Bend the elbow in as the knee comes back down. Keeping that right leg bent the entire time. You're just stretching out through that left side. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Awesome job. You can bring the feet back into parallel. Let your body hang down for a second. Rock side to side. You can grab onto the elbows. Awesome job, you guys. Take a little twist here. Left arm's going to go down. Right arm goes up to the ceiling. You can look up towards that right hand. Good. Coming back through center. I'm going to open up to the left now. Good. Back through center. And then slowly rolling back up. Last little bit here in the standing series. We're going to go into some curtsies. So we're going to go right leg to start. We're going back into a curtsy. And then just coming back up, tap that foot, and then curtsy it back. So we're just going into a little, moving through it a little bit more quickly here. Just tapping. Just don't put your full weight onto your right leg. So your left leg's gonna feel the burn here. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, you're going to hang back in that curtsy, tiny pulses down. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to come up. Keep that leg up and side bend over towards that right leg. So your hands are going to be behind your head here. Then you're going to drop back into that curtsy. So you're going to bring the knee up, side bending over, and then drop back into the curtsy. Really try to control this with your core. If you need to set your leg down in between, that's totally fine as well to find that balance. Good. Last 4. Whew, lost my balance there. For 3. Last 2. Last 1. You're going to hang in this top position. We're just going to go into that side bend, tap the leg down. Side bend, knee comes up towards the elbow. Elbow towards the knee. Slight bend in that standing leg still. You don't want to hyperextend here. Good. Last 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Open those legs up. We're gonna go into some side to sides. So bending one leg, bending the opposite leg before we switch over to the opposite side. Legs are wide here. Awesome job, you guys. Last little bit, and then we're done with our standing series for the day. Last 2. Last 1. Good. We're gonna go move your feet back in. It's not a very great transition, but that's okay. We're gonna go into our left leg now. So you're going back to that curtsy lunge on your left side, tapping that left toe back to the curtsy lunge. Cores are strong here. Good. Last 3. 2. Last 1, you're holding down on that curtsy, tiny pulses. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna come up. Hands go behind the head now. You're side bending over towards that left knee, left elbow to left knee, back into the curtsy. Whew. Try to keep that leg up if you can, using your core to help you here. So it's slow and controlled. Right knee slightly bent here. Good. Last 4, 3, 2. Last 1. We're gonna hold up. Leg taps down, go into that side bend. Slight bend in that standing leg. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Take a little split stretch here. Right foot's gonna stay in front, left leg's behind. Stretching over that right leg. Good, coming through center. Legs come into parallel. Just let your body hang down. Good, and then we're gonna go left leg in front, right leg behind. Stretching over that left leg now. Awesome job, you guys. Back through center. Last thing, grabbing onto your elbows. Swinging from side to side. Good. Let your hands hang down. We're gonna slowly roll back up through each vertebrae. Awesome job, you guys. Okay, let's go into our second hit of the day. So, second hit of the day. Again, we're taking those bands. That's gonna be our theme for our hits today. We're gonna take the band around our thighs. Again, just as we did before, keeping those wrist weights on if you want them. You can always ditch them if you don't want them. For our first exercise, we're gonna go into a backwards lunge with a knee drive at the top. So we're gonna stay on one leg. We'll do 2 times each leg. 2, 2, okay? So that's our first set. And then our second exercise, we're gonna go back into those moving planks again. Trying to get those cores and full body. Here, we're gonna go into a moving plank, so you're sitting back. You're gonna come out, and then we're gonna go 2 jacks, and then sit back out. 2 jacks, sit back out, okay? Keeping strong in that core the whole time. Let's go, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're starting. Right leg comes back, drive that right knee up. Hands can just be at your hips. Trying to move through this a little bit quickly, but making sure that our cores are controlling that knee drive here. Good. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Staying on that right side. Gonna burn out the standing leg here. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back and drive that knee up. Again, as always, take your modifications here. If the band's too much, take that band off. Don't need it. You can still do the same exercise here. Last 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good. Switching legs, opposite side. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. trying to make sure that the front knee isn't going over to the top of those front toes. So really sitting back into that heel. Good, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting for 10. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sitting back and driving that knee up. Good, you guys. Last one here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Awesome, awesome work. Coming down onto that mat where we're going right into it in 5, 4, 3, 2, coming up to the plank, sitting back, pressing it out, 2 jacks here, and then sitting back, pressing it out, 2 jacks, keeping those cores in strong here. If this jack is too much, you can step one leg out and then the opposite leg in 3, 2, and rest. So you don't have to move 2 at the same time. In 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, press it back, come out into that plank for 2 jacks. Again, if the band's too much, take that band off. Take your modifications where you need them. What's best for your body today? 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Awesome job, you guys. Halfway there. Let's go in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, you guys. Last 5, 3, 2, and rest it down. Last set here. In 3, 2, and 1. I'm right here with you. Last and final set of these. Keeping those cores in strong. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Sit it back into that child's pose. Oh, good. Take a stretch through the fingertips, through that back, through the hips here. Awesome job, you guys. Rolling back up through your spine. You can take that. Actually, we're going to keep the band on. We're going to go into our side plank series. If you want the band off, you can totally take it off. I think I'm going to opt for it on for now today. So let's get into this mat series. Get started with a little bit of mat work today. So we're going to go, your hand can just rest, or head can just rest into your hand here. Okay, so you take that strain out of your neck. You can always come down all the way if that doesn't feel good for you today. We're going to start, band's going to stay on our thighs. We're going to go into this diagonal with our knees. Everything else is in one line. Hips are in line with your feet, making sure that everything's in line and that your core is active before you start any movement here. So we're going to go into these clams, just opening that top leg, keeping those heels together to start. Oof. It is sunny here today. Feels so good, but oh my goodness, I am sweating. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding that leg back. Tiny pulses here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go alternating, opening that leg up, and then the top leg comes off. Alternating, heels together, and then top leg off of that bottom leg. Trying to keep everything else stable here using your core. Just moving through that top leg. Pressing into that band. It really intensifies it here. Good. Last 3, 2. Last one. Again, opening that leg up. Tiny presses back. Heels are together again. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Setting that leg down. Pound out the hip for a second. You're going to bring that hip or knee in line with your hip. You're going to kick that leg out, lift and lower in that parallel position, lengthened, and then bend it back in. So you're kicking it out. Foot can be flexed here. Trying to keep that knee in line with your hip as you bring it in. Good. Last 4, 3, 2. Last one, keeping it straight. Tiny pulses up and down at that lengthened position. Foot is flexed here. Good. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to start to bicycle this leg. So you're going to bend. You're going to straighten it out at diagonal, flex the foot, and bring that leg back in line with your body. So you can point the toe as you bend, kick it out to that diagonal, flex the foot, and bring it back in line with your body. Keeping that hip stable, just moving through that leg. So you're bending, straighten it, and then flex the foot, bring it back in line with your body. Trying to keep that leg in line with the rest of your body here. So you don't need to bring the leg up high. Last 2. Last one. We're going to alternate this or switch the direction. So you're flexing the foot forward, point the toe as you bend, and then lengthen out in line with your body. So you're flexing it forward, point, keep that point as you point it out straight in line with your body, and then flex to bring that leg forward. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bringing that diagonal forward. Tiny pulses here. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that leg down. Pound out that hip. You're going to bring that leg in front of you. So your foot's going to be on the ground in front of your body. That bottom leg is going to go out straight in line with your body now. You're just going to go tiny lifts up and down, using that inner thigh to guide this movement, using your core to help you here, pelvic floor. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to bring that leg forward to a diagonal so you hit that front leg, flex the foot, bring it back in line with your body. So point the toe, leg comes forward. It's just a little bit off the ground here. Everything else is stable. Good. Last 3, 2. Last one. You're going to bring that leg at that diagonal. Tiny pulses at the diagonal now. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, awesome job. Pounding out that hip again. We're going to come up into a side plank. We're going to go into a modified side plank today. So, that hurts my elbow today. So you're going to come up. Elbow and shoulder should be in one line with each other. Your knees are going to be together today. We're going to open up into this clam, just holding this side plank. Last little bit here on this side. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to hold that clam open. Rotation down and under, and then open that arm up. So just the upper body is rotating here. That leg is staying open. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping that arm up, leg is up, tiny, tiny hip dips. Squeezing that oblique. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, you guys. Take a little twist here. Left leg's gonna go over the top, opening up through that left arm, opposite side. Good. Okay. Coming onto here, we're gonna go into this little plank push-up. So you're coming onto your hands and knees to start. You're gonna press up into a full plank. We're gonna go into a pike here, so lifting your hips up toward the ceiling. You can lower your heels down. You're gonna lift the heels coming onto the toes and then roll forward through your body. Then we're gonna drop down to our knees, keeping that modified plank position so your core is in tight. Bending through the elbows for a tricep push-up. Press through, come back to that full plank, and then hips up toward the ceiling. So we're just gonna kind of go through this rolling plank here, coming out to that plank, drop the knees, tricep, push up, come back to the plank, hips up to the ceiling, drop those heels down, heels up, rolling through your body, come to the full plank, drop the knees slowly, tricep, up, plank. Good. Just move through it at your own pace here. Good. Last 3. 2. And last one. Good. You're going to come back into that tricep modified position. We're just going to go tiny presses. Here for those triceps, burn them out for 10, 9, 8, 7. Holding that core in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Sitting back into a child's pose. You can stretch out through those triceps a little bit, bending those arms onto your shoulders. So your elbows are staying out, arms are bent, hands are bent onto your shoulders. Back position, so you're stretching out through the back of those arms. Good, bring the arms forward again. Awesome, rolling up to your spine. We're gonna go over to the opposite side. Side lying, so we're going here. Head is gonna be into your hands, going onto that side. Hips are in line, feet are in line with your hips, knees are out that slight diagonal position. We're going into those clams, so squeezing the heels together. Keeping that core in tight here. Trying to feel like you're lifting that left side body, or whichever side you're on, off of that mat. Last 3, 2, 1. We're keeping that leg open, tiny pulses back with the right knee. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to alternate here. You're opening into that clam. The full leg comes off of that bottom leg. Good, you guys. Making sure you don't forget about your core here. Keeping that active. Last 2. Last 1. Keeping that leg open, heels together again. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Pound out that hip. We're going to go into those kicks. So you're kicking it out. Leg is going to stay flexed. Lift and lower. Or foot's flexed, sorry. Something's on me. So many ants and spiders outside now that the weather's getting warmer. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're holding that leg out straight, tiny lifts and lowers. At that straight position, foot is flexed. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go into those bicycles. So you're pointing the toe, foot goes forward, flex the foot, bring it back in line with your body. So point that toe as you bend the knee, bring the leg out straight at that diagonal, and then flex, bring it back in line with your body. Good. Switching directions, flex the foot forward, point the toe, bring it out straight, lengthen through that toe as it's in line with your body. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it out to that diagonal, tiny pulses there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, feel that burn. Pounding out through that hip. Bring the right leg in front of your body. Left leg is going to go out long now, her leg underneath. We're going to go tiny lifts and lowers for that inner thigh work. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to point the toe, bring it forward to that diagonal, flex the foot, back in line with your body. Remembering that you're using your core here. Don't let it relax. Last 3, 2. Last 1. You're going to bring the leg out to that diagonal. Tiny pulses up at the diagonal. So close, guys. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Pounding out through that hip. You're coming into that modified side plank here. So elbow is in line with your shoulder. Coming up, knees are together. Here we're going into that clam. Last 3, 2, and 1. Holding that knee open. You're going twisting underneath and then lengthening. So your range of motion, because your leg's open here, won't be as big as when your leg's down. But think about twisting from that belly button up. Good. Last 2. And last 1. Arms up to the ceiling, leg is up. We're going tiny hip dips here. Squeezing that oblique to bring you back up. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Taking that twist. Right leg over the top, looking out towards your right arm. Opposite side. Awesome job, you guys. Okay, we're almost done, you guys. Last hit, then we're stretching it out and we're out of here. Last hit of the day. Back with those bands on. I know the legs are burning. We're almost there. So we're going to go with, oops, 1 second, shoot. I thought that I turned it on. Okay, you guys, last hit of the day. We're back with those bands on our legs. I know the legs are burning now. We're almost done. We've got 4 minutes left. Then we're stretching it out. So we're gonna go with some banded squat walks. So you're walking over to the side. You're gonna do a little small jump, come back down. So staying low the whole time. Jump, walking over to the opposite side, keeping that core in tight. So that's the first. Second one, we're gonna go onto our backs. That'll feel nice. We're gonna set it down, come up into this bridge position. We're gonna bend and straighten through the leg, staying on one leg to start. And then we'll switch over to the other side and we'll be done. So let's get through this together. We've got 4 sets of each exercise and then we're done and out of here. We're starting. Let's get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit it low, walking over to the side. Tiny squat jump. Again, if that's not right for you today, take the jump out. Just do a little squat on each side. But if you feel like you want to jump and add a little extra, that's great. Also, last 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Burning those legs out to finish it off here today. In 3, 2, and 1. We're sitting low, side to side, keeping that resistance on the band the whole time. Good, you guys. Last 5, 3, 2, and rest. Awesome job. Good. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, you guys. Getting so close to the end. One more set after this one. In 3, 2, and 1. Rest it out for 10. Last set. Finish it strong. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sitting it low, walking over. Good. Burn those legs out here. Nice, you guys. Last 5. Finish it strong. 3, 2, and rest it out. Awesome job, you guys. Coming down to that mat. Whew. I'm gonna go this way so I can see the timer. In 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, we're going that right leg first. Crunching and lengthening it out. Good. Good. Last 3, 2, and 1. Set that right leg down and rest it down for 10. Staying on that same side before we switch over to the opposite. In 3, 2, and 1. Bring that right leg up, pressing into that left heel. Trying to keep the hips in line with each other. Good. Last 3, 2, and 1. Setting that leg down. We're switching over to the opposite side. In 3, 2, and 1. Coming up into that bridge. Opposite leg comes up. Lengthen and crunch it in. Keeping those hips in line with each other. Pressing through that left heel. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Setting that left leg down and then coming back down for that rest. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Press it up. Last set here, you guys. Last set of work. You got 20 seconds. That's it. You can do it. Good work. For 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and you are done. Set it down. Hug the knees into the chest. You can rock side to side here. Awesome work, you guys. Take that band off. Let's get a little stretch in to finish it off today. Stretching out through those hips. Let's bring that right leg over the top of the left knee. You can hug it in. And then set that tailbone down. Pressing that right leg out to get a deeper stretch here. Awesome, you guys. That was tough today. A great one, though. Okay, let's bring that right leg down. Or sorry, left leg straight. We're bringing that right leg a little bit more across the body. And then we're going to find a twist again. Right arm can come out, looking over towards that right hand. Good. Coming back through center. Going opposite leg. Bringing the left over the right. bringing that into your body and then setting the tailbone down, pressing out on that left knee for a deeper stretch. Good, bringing that right leg out straight. Left leg can come across a little bit more. Pull it in for a deeper stretch here. Then we're gonna go all the way across for a twist. Awesome job, you guys. Coming back through center, let's take a little happy baby stretch. Pressing down, pressing the tailbone down. Actually, let's rock out through the hips first so you can leave the tailbone up to start. Just rocking through that lower back, and then we'll press that tailbone down. Stretching out through the pelvic floor, through the inner thighs. Good, coming up to a seated position. Finish it off with some hamstring inner thigh stretches. So we'll go here. We're gonna bring your body over the top of that right leg and then lean down and stretch out through that right leg. Coming through center, opening both legs up, stretching out through the middle. Good, and then opposite leg comes in, keeping your body over the top of that left leg, and then bend it down. Nice job, you guys. Let's go into a butterfly stretch. Feet come together, bottoms of the feet. You can lengthen up, grow through that head, and then start to come forward, keeping the back flat to start as far as you can, and then start to round through that back. Bring your body all the way forward, let your head relax. Good, finishing it off with a little hip flexor here. You're gonna come onto your left knee, your right foot's gonna be forward. We're just gonna sink into that left hip flexor here. And then if it feels good, you can take a quad stretch, looking back, grabbing onto that left foot, pulling it into your body. Good, letting that go. Back into that hip flexor stretch. And let's switch sides. Right knee comes down, left leg is in front. Sitting into that hip flexor. And then we'll take a twist and grab on for that quad stretch. And then back to the hip flexor stretch. Awesome. Let's just end in this little deep squat here, pressing out on the thighs, or on the inner thighs. Just sink into it. This is an absolutely amazing stretch, especially for my pregnant ladies. Opening up those hips here. And let your legs straighten out. Let your body hang towards the floor, and then we'll slowly start to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling your shoulders back. And you're all done for the day. Awesome, awesome work today, you guys. That was a tough one. I'm so glad that you guys were joining me for that. If you guys have any questions or comments or suggestions for future workouts, please leave them in the comments. And I am so glad that you joined me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next workout.